Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for the SharePoint training with the Office of Oral Health. My name is Zena Mendez, and I'm with the California Oral Health Technical Assistance Center. We're joined by Vaishali and Clay from the Office of Oral Health, who will walk us through the new SharePoint site, including document submission, folder structure, and how to access materials. The Office of Oral Health is hosting 2 training sessions. You only need to attend one. So today is the first one, and next Wednesday will be the next one. We'll be recording both sessions, and we'll share one on the COTAC website for those who can't attend, or if you'd like to revisit the materials. If you have any questions during the training, please feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll have a Q&A during the last 30 minutes of this session to go over them. So with that, I'll go ahead and pass it over to Vaishali.
Thank you so much, Zenia. And hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the LOHP SharePoint training. My name is Vaishali Sundarajan, and I am from Office of Oral Health, and I will be facilitating the session today. And Clay, can you introduce yourself, please?
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. My name is Clay Cook. I'm the manager of the procurement management unit within the Office of Oral Health, and I'll be providing some backup for Vaishali and helping out with questions at the end of the training. So yeah, go ahead, Vaishali, take it away.
Thank you so much, Clay. So before we get started, a quick heads up. This session is being recorded and the slides along with all the other training materials will be shared afterwards for your reference. If you have any questions during the training, please put them in the chat or use raise hand feature. We'll also have 30 minutes Q&A session at the end of this presentation. After this training, if you have any additional comments or questions, you can email it to our shared inbox, Office of Oral Health inbox. Please CC your program consultant or grant manager in the email. And finally, we'll be compiling all the questions we receive along with the answers and share with everyone after this training. During today's training, we will cover these key components. We'll start with a brief overview of SharePoint site, then go over how to share document, edit, or replace files when needed, and how to inform LOHP staff changes through the SharePoint site. First, let's take a look at the SharePoint overview. Based on the registration information, most of you already have some experience using SharePoint. However, some of you, this may be your first time. So before we move further, let's do a quick introduction to SharePoint. So SharePoint is a web-based collaborative platform. In simple terms, it's a website with a unique web address that helps us to share files easily. It's a very secure place where we can store, organize, and share documents. And to note, we've already provided access to everyone who registered before Monday for this training. And for those who registered later, the access will be provided today. We will also drop the link to the site in the chat. The main reason we are moving to SharePoint site is because it is to make things easier than emailing and sharing the documents. We've heard your valuable feedback and a lot of challenges which has been going on while emailing documents back and forth, especially large files. SharePoint eliminates that hassle by giving us one central place to store and organize all LOHP grant documents. It also helps to streamline the submission process, manage staff changes, keep everything more accessible and easy to track. In short, it's a simpler and more efficient way of sharing documents. For those that have worked with California Tobacco Prevention Program, CTPP, you've probably used the Online Tobacco Information System, OTIS, which CTPP uses to manage their document submission process. But unfortunately, we were unable to obtain access to OTIS. But CDPH IT team suggested SharePoint as an alternative. The SharePoint site is set up like a regular website. There's a main menu at the top that helps you to navigate easily. You'll see sections like document submission, SharePoint tutorials, due dates, LOHP staff roster, and FAQs. We'll walk through each of these so you know where to find what. When you first click on the SharePoint site, this is the page you will see. The main menu runs across on the page, and there's a welcome message right when you land on the page. Overall, it's pretty easy to navigate. Just below the welcome message, you'll see a clickable map. Each person can access their own LOHP. If you try to click on another LOHP, you'll just get an error message. When you click on your own LOHP, you'll be taken directly to the document submission page. We'll walk through how that works in next few slides. As you scroll down the home page, you'll see quick links on the left side. These are the shortcuts to commonly used website. If you have any links you'd like to add, please let us know and we can add them to the SharePoint site. On the right side, you'll see due dates. You can also open this as a full page from the main menu, which we will be reviewing shortly. The next item in the main menu is SharePoint tutorials. This is a document library that contains step-by-step instructions along with screenshots for SharePoint processes. You can refer these resources anytime as needed. Materials from today's training will also be made available here. Next is the due date page. All listed due dates are from Appendix 14 for the current grant cycle, and you have all the information of the current grant cycle due dates in this page. Next, we have the LOHP staff roster. We'll need your help to keep this updated regularly. OOH will use this list to send out notifications and announcements. So it is important that the information stays accurate. Later in the presentation, we'll show you how to submit staff updates through SharePoint site. Lastly, there's an FAQ page. We'll continue updating this over time with common questions about SharePoint. This will also include the questions that comes up today during the training. Now, let's move on to the document submission process. There are two ways in which you can access the document submission library. The first is by clicking on your LOHP name from the map on the home page. The second is to navigate to the document submission section from the main menu. Once you click on your LOHP, you'll see three main folders: budgets and invoices, progress reports, and work plan deliverables. Each folder is used to submit a specific type of document. So this is a more detailed breakdown of the folders and the subfolders in the SharePoint site. Budget, revisions, and invoices are submitted in the budgets and invoices folder. Once approved, they are moved into the approved subfolder. For the progress reports, just the Excel file are submitted in the progress report subfolder. Other documents like the summary narrative, supporting documents are uploaded in their respective subfolders. This setup is important because submitting an Excel folder similar to the budgets and invoices will trigger a confirmation email. Once a progress report is approved, the PR review letter will be uploaded to PR review letter subfolder, and an email will also be sent from the PC to the LOHP. Lastly, there is a folder for work plan deliverables. Submitting work plan deliverables will also initiate a confirmation email, just like how we will be receiving an email for PR Excel file and budgets and invoices. So here is a screenshot of the progress report subfolder. So once you click on the document submission main section and get into the LOHP, and when you click on the second folder, which is progress report, you will have progress report Excel file, summary narrative, supporting documents, and PR review letters. And here is the screenshot of the supporting documents subfolder, which includes separate subfolders for each reporting period in the grant cycle. Now, let's walk through how to submit a document for OOH review. The first step would be to ensure a document naming convention is used. Next, go to your LOHP folder, select the appropriate document category. It can be a budget or progress report or work plan deliverable. Then upload your document. After that, the required column information has to be updated. Finally, you will receive an automated confirmation email for specific document type. So prior to uploading a document, please make sure the correct document naming convention is followed. This slide shows the appropriate naming format for documents based on the document type. So for invoices, budget revisions, work plan deliverables. So make sure you have the correct naming document naming convention for all the documents when you submit it. Once the document is named correctly, you can upload it in two ways. The first method is to use the create or upload button, which is on the top right corner, and then upload file from your computer. The second way is to just drag and drop the files directly into the folder. And please do not upload compressed or zipped files. As mentioned earlier, uploading files to certain folders, such as budgets and invoices, progress reports Excel file, or work plan deliverables, will trigger a workflow. This will send a confirmation email and update the approval status to pending review. You'll see the status change to yellow within the few minutes of updating it. After uploading, select the document type and budget year by clicking on the cells and selecting from the drop-down menu. Please make sure to select these as shown on the slide. Click on the document type. Sometimes it might be a single click or a double click, and select the document type and then the year, budget year. So this is going to help us with organizing all the documents and tracking them. Lastly, here is an example of the automated email you will receive after submitting a document. Next, we will discuss how to inform Office of Oral Health about LOHP staff changes. LOHPs should inform Office of Oral Health staffs about any staff changes. This includes when a new staff member joins, when someone leaves, or when there is a change in staff roles. Notifying the Office of Oral Health staff is simple using Staff Update form. This form can be found on the SharePoint site under the LOHP staff roster section in the main menu. Complete the update form. SharePoint will notify the Office of Oral Health Program Consultant, and the Program Consultant will update the LOHP staff roster. The staff update form is found under the LOHP staff roster. So when you click on that and select the staff update form, you will see this form. So this is a screenshot of the staff update form. Depending on whether you have a staff leaving or joining, different questions will appear. Hardly 4 or 5 questions in the staff update form. You will have to mention the LOHP name, the program consultant name, and just a little information on the staff. And once you submit it, it will be reaching the PC and they will update the staff roster. Next, we'll go over editing a document in SharePoint. After reviewing a submitted document, Office of Oral Health may request changes or additional information. In this case, you will be notified by an email. Here are the steps for editing a document. First, locate the document. Open it from SharePoint, either in the browser or in the desktop app, and then make the requested changes. Finally, notify your grant manager or program consultant by an email. Now, let's look at replacing a document. For editing a document, we can do it directly from the SharePoint site, and the document type can be a Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word. However, for PDF documents, you must replace the PDF with a revised version. So for example, an invoice, which is usually submitted in a PDF version, or replacing the document would be needed. Here are the steps for replacing a document. First, locate the PDF document. Next, download it if needed. Then, upload the updated file to the same folder using the same file name. Select Replace to overwrite the previous version. SharePoint will automatically replace the old file. Finally, make sure you email and notify your GM or PC. Here are some screenshots showing how to upload the updated PDF file and replace the prior version. You can either drag and drop it or click on the upload and select the file and then drop the files in the folder. And please make sure to click replace when prompted. Now let's look at downloading approved documents. You may need to download documents for county records to share it with partners or for future reference. This also ensures that you are using the OOH approved version of the document. To download a document, go to the approved folder or peer review letter folder, right-click on the file, select download, and save it in your computer. So that brings us to the end of today's session. As next steps, we recommend continuing to familiarize yourself with the SharePoint site. Mid-year budget revision, which is due April 30th, 2026, would be the first document which we will start uploading in the SharePoint site. More details about this will be shared very soon. And we also recommend reviewing the SharePoint tutorials and reaching out to your GM or PC if you have any questions, or if you would like to add any of your team members to the SharePoint site. Thank you so much for your time today.